Over 250,000 people live off the grid in the US. As big of a number it is, you will be surprised to know that this lifestyle can be liberating yet challenging. For instance, living off the grid means finding sources like food, shelter, water, and energy to survive independently. Sounds empowering, doesn't it? Well, it's only a matter of time till things go downhill. Yet, if you're considering living off the grid, here's a rundown of some obvious things that you can expect, especially for a beginner. Living off the grid is a lifestyle that involves self-sufficiency in terms of energy, food, and water. If you embark on an off-grid lifestyle, you may find yourself swinging back and forth between excitement and fear about the unknowns that lie ahead. Let's start with exploring the realities of off-grid living for beginners, debunking myths, and shedding light on the practicalities of this eco-friendly and self-sufficient way of life. Before talking further about off-grid living, some common misconceptions need to be addressed. Many people visualize two extreme scenarios when it comes to off-grid living, such as living in a large traditional house with expensive electrical boilers or opting for a tiny house on wheels with limited living space. But now, there is a middle ground with a more practical and enjoyable off-grid experience. Finding the right balance between affordability, functionality, and comfort is key to making off-grid living a success. Living off the grid contributes to a greener and more sustainable world. By relying on renewable energy sources like solar and wind power, you can significantly reduce your carbon footprint and minimize environmental harm. Additionally, using recyclable materials with improved durability helps reduce waste and benefits the environment. As far as a sustainable lifestyle is concerned, consumers in Brazil at 44%, China at 43%, and Italy at 41% are most likely to have made a significant change towards a sustainable lifestyle, especially from a higher proportion of younger and better educated demographic. In contrast to that, the US lagged behind with 22%, which showed one of the highest percentages of consumers who had made no changes. While setting up an off-grid home may seem costly initially, it proves to be a cost-effective choice in the long run. Generating electricity through solar energy and obtaining water from natural sources like rivers or rainwater can save thousands of dollars on utility bills over time. Moreover, growing your own food through gardening or small-scale farming further reduces expenses on groceries. Living off the grid fosters self-sufficiency and independence. Relying on your own resources for food and energy encourages you to become more resourceful and adaptable. Growing your own vegetables and harnessing natural energy sources like the sun and wind enhance your ability to thrive in harmony with nature. Choosing to live away from cities brings you closer to nature. Enjoying serene surroundings, fresh air, and the sights of wildlife becomes an everyday reality. Cultivating your own food and controlling the use of harmful preservatives in your environment further promotes a healthier and more sustainable lifestyle. While off-grid living offers numerous benefits, it also comes with its fair share of downsides, so it's better if beginner off-gridders take calculated steps beforehand. Initiating an off-grid lifestyle requires significant upfront investment. Building a self-sufficient home with reliable power and water systems can be expensive. However, these initial costs are offset by long-term savings on utilities and groceries. Living off the grid often means residing in more remote and secluded areas. While this provides peace and solitude, it can also lead to periodic feelings of loneliness due to limited interactions with others. Being away from urban centers means less access to amenities and essential services. Fixing equipment or accessing supplies might be more challenging and require careful planning. The cost of going off the grid depends on factors like the location, power sources, and amenities you choose. Here goes overview of essential expenses for off-grid living. Investing in rural land, preferably with access to natural water sources, is ideal for off-grid living. Costs for land and a suitable cabin or home can range from $100,000 to $170,000 and more depending on size and additional off-grid upgrades. The average cost of installing a solar panel system can vary and be more than $15,000 depending on location and size. Alternatively, hydroelectric or wind turbine systems offer viable alternatives, but then again, costs can vary based on energy requirements and location. Starting a garden and raising poultry or cattle can provide a steady supply of healthy food. Initial investment costs for a garden can range up to $500 and more, while raising livestock would be more expensive. Creating a well for water supply can cost between $1,500 to $12,000 depending on the depth of the well. Installing pipes and an electric pump may add an extra $2,000 to $3,000 to the overall cost. Additionally, setting up a septic tank may require at least $600 in expenses. In short, off-grid living provides a rewarding and sustainable lifestyle for those willing to embrace self-sufficiency and eco-friendliness. While it requires initial investments and adjustments, the long-term benefits of reduced expenses, eco-consciousness, and living closer to nature make off-grid living an appealing choice for adventurous individuals seeking a more fulfilling way of life. To wrap up, off-grid living is definitely a way to kickstart a more eco-conscious form of living. Happy travels and living off the grid! Stay tuned for upcoming videos on building your sustainable home, budget-friendly off-grid hacks, and the wonders of living close to nature. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more exciting adventures and eco-conscious living tips.